Okay, so today we're going to start talking about proportionality and graphs. So in order for us to work with graphs, we have to first make a table and then come up with ordered pairs. So here is our example that we're going to start with. Okay, so it says a bike rider cycles 18 miles in 1 hour. So the first thing we're going to do using that information, we are going to fill in the table. Okay, I'm going to start and I'm just going to show my hours. I'm counting in intervals of 1. Okay, so I'm going to start with 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we're going to find our total miles. In our problem, it says he travels 18 miles in 1 hour. So we'll put the 18 by the 1. And then we're just going to multiply 18 by each of our number of hours. So for 2 hours, he's traveled 36. In 3, 54. In 4, 72. In 5, 90. 6 is 108, and 7, 126 miles. Okay, in order for us to write our ordered pairs, we have to determine our x and our y from our table. So remember, x always comes first in a table, either first column or first row. So our hours will be our x, and our total miles is our y. When we're writing ordered pairs, we always do it x, comma, y. And all that means is I'm going to take my value for x, which for this first one is 1, put a comma, and then my value for y, which is 18 for our first example. Okay, second would be 2, comma, 36. Then we have 3, comma, 54. We always see them in parentheses. Okay, so 472, then we have 590, and 6, 108, and 7, 126. So for those of you that did pick up your copies, you were able to fill in this information. If you need to, pause the video so that you can keep up with the video, and then you can just continue it when you need to. Okay, so we have our ordered pairs, and what our ordered pairs tells us is how we're going to take and graph it. Now, very important for us when we are taking and numbering our graph, okay, and you guys see my note over here, you guys might want to write this down. Be sure we count by the same interval on each of the axes. Now, x and y doesn't have to be the same, but if I'm counting on my x-axis, say I start counting by 1, like 1, 2, 3, I can't skip over and start counting by 2s or 3s. Okay, so on my x-axis for this example, I've numbered by 1s. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my intervals for my x-axis, I've done 1s. And you guys go ahead and number yours on your paper that you picked out. Okay. And then my intervals for my y-axis, I've numbered by 18 because 18 miles each hour, that's what it's going to begin to increase by. And as you guys noticed in our table, we increase by 18 each time. So I've numbered by 18s. Okay, and again, you guys can go ahead and take the time to fill in your table. Okay. So now I'm just going to take each of my ordered pairs and I'm going to put it on my graph. Now, remember, our x-axis is this axis, which is going horizontally. Okay, that's my x-axis. And then my y is this axis. It goes vertically. These are my y. Okay, so when I am graphing, think about if you're going to walk to get on an elevator. You have to get into the elevator or step into the elevator before you can go up and down on the floors. Okay, so we always go x horizontally before we go y vertically. Okay, so Going to start at 0. Now this point 0, 0 has a special name. Okay, 0, 0, also called the origin. You guys should probably label that so that you know that information because we're going to do stuff with it later. All right, my first point, 1, 18. So I go to 1, I start at 0, I would go over to 1 on my X. Now I'm not marking anything yet. I'm going to go up to 18, and where the two numbers meet, right here, is where I'm going to put my point. Okay, then I go over to 2 and up to 36. Over to 3, up to 54. Over to 4, up to 72. 5 and 90. 6, 108. And 7, 126. Okay, so here is our graph. Okay, and I can take and connect these together. I'm going to do my best. It's hard to do it on the board. And I would get a straight line straight through these points. Okay, again, it's a little more difficult. If I had a straight edge, it would be a little easier. So I have my graph for these points, okay, which is going to continue to travel in the same direction. Okay, that's why we would draw a line and put an arrow on the end. Okay, so here's our graph. And then this question is also asking us to label K. So in this example, K would be what it's increasing by, which is increasing intervals of 18. So K would be 18. And then our equation for this is going to be, it's always in the format y equals kx. So this one's going to be y equals k of 18. So 18x, or 18 times x. Okay. So let's move on. Okay, here's the next part. It's just telling us to write down the characteristics we notice. You guys can pause, write yours down, and then just compare when you're done. Okay, so in the first set, where it says proportional, you guys see these over here. All right, so these two are proportional. And the characteristics I see, they each have a straight line, which is also known as being linear. You guys, linear has the word line in it, so that should kind of help you. And it passes through the origin. Which again is that point 0, 0. Okay, and we can see that is right here. That is our origin where it's passing through. Okay. All right, and then we have our non-proportional. Okay, and you guys see this first graph, it does not go through the point 0, 0, so it does not pass through origin. And, or if you look at the second graph, it's not a straight line, so it's not linear. Okay, so moving on. Proportional relationships. You guys, this is on the back side of your paper if you're following along with your paper copy. So proportional relationships are, and this word is linear, okay, and pass through the origin. We noticed that when we were looking at those proportional relationships.